Welcome, friends. As we head into a time of giving thanks and connecting with our loved ones, I wanted to check in with Spirit to see how we're doing in terms of our Week 2 workshop message and get any additional guidance Spirit has for us as we wrap up the week. If you'd like to watch the Week 2 workshop in full, I've linked it here for you as well. Let's start with a recap of the Week 2 workshop message. For this week, Spirit asked us to focus on releasing fear based habits, leaning into the loving support available to you, and keeping in mind that the path away from fears and anxieties leads to success, recognition, and fulfillment, but it will take time and effort. Now let's take a look at the action plan you created for the week. What tasks are you working on in order to apply Spirit's guidance and clear space for the blessings that Spirit has coming your way? What tools have you used to help you follow through with those tasks that you've chosen? Now, starting with the original messages as a baseline, let's take a moment to connect with Spirit and see what messages are available to help us wrap up this week. Thank you, Spirit, for the blessings of this day and of all of the days before. Thank you for your wisdom, guidance, energy, and love. What messages can you send to help us achieve the best possible outcome for our highest good and for that of all with whom we come into contact? So to get us started, we'll just take a look quickly at the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords. And so Ten of Swords really represents walking away from the things that no longer serve you. And so it looks like in terms of Spirit's message last week during our Week 2 workshop, you are in the process of releasing, whether it's releasing the fear-based habits that you have in some small way. Remember, any progress is progress, no matter how small. Or maybe perhaps you're reducing or removing yourself from the situations where your fear-based habits are triggered. So it looks like from an overall perspective of how we're doing this week, we are making that progress. We're putting in the work and we're taking Spirit's messages and really applying them to our life circumstances. So great job there. I encourage you to keep that going. Let's go ahead and take a peek at any additional progress updates or messages that Spirit might have for our Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay, great. That's beautiful energy. So we have Ten of Cups. What about for our Empress? Wow. We have the Wheel. And for our Six of Swords, we have the World. That is amazing energy. So 10 of Cups, the Wheel, and the World. Let's take a closer look at that. So for me, before we jump in, I don't know if you hear the noise in the background. I have 4 gorgeous rescue puppies that like to look out the window and watch the things happening outside our property. And you may hear the garbage truck in the background. It's garbage day where I'm at. And I really feel like that's sort of the timing of it all is the message. Yes, you're doing the work. You're releasing the habits and behaviors that don't serve you. You're leaving situations that trigger those habits. You're really putting in the work. And so as we look at each of these sort of supporting message or your attaboys from Spirit, these cards coming in as a check-in to Week 2's workshop really feel like an amazing burst of excitement and enthusiasm and energy from Spirit. Really proud of the effort that you're putting in, the change in your perspective. When we talk about the Ten of Cups really represents like complete joy, family, contentment. And if you remember when we talk about the Ten of Wands in reverse, lugging around a lot of fear or anxiety based baggage. And so, as you're putting in the work this week, and to the point that you're looking forward to spending time with your loved ones for this holiday, really focusing on being thankful for the things you have and for the opportunities you've been given, and looking forward to the remainder of the year and next year with hope. Um, we're really thinking about an really an atmosphere of joy, and really enjoying our families and enjoying this time, and it really feels like it's sort of kind of a relief and a release as you come out of that 10 of wands reverse energy into this period of just feeling better and being more mindful and aware and intentional about where you're focusing your energies. And we come into the Empress, really saying, because you're leaning into the supports that are available to you, made available to you by Spirit, the wheel is really turning in your favor. Um, the wheel of fate, whether it's luck, or however you want to perceive it. But by putting all of this great, contented, positive energy, removing those habits from our behaviors, removing ourselves from those situations that trigger those behaviors, we're really creating this amazing positive karma that's turning around in our favor. Situations we tend to struggle with, situations where we have felt stuck. This wheel here is really giving me the sense that we're moving toward growth. We're moving toward achievement. We're moving toward success. So, all of those messages that came out last week in terms of by releasing the anxiety and the fear, by releasing those behaviors, by leaning into the support of the energy, now we're ready to start focusing on areas that really need those energies. Mastery in our career and finance, in terms of our expertise, pardon me, or maybe, and then through that mastery, through that leveling up, getting that recognition and success that you've been really working toward in your career, or perhaps maybe at home, even with your relationships, and being able to focus your energies in a positive way is then allowing you to reap rewards and achievements in positive turns in those relationships in that home situation. So moving into the Six of Swords, and remember, Six of Swords was telling us by beginning to release, it puts us on a journey of change, of growth, of improvement. And so the world really says, it just sort of underscores the fact that the path forward as we're releasing that baggage really is opening up really a world of possibility to what we can achieve. We're moving toward that completion of this cycle that we've maybe have been stuck in. We're moving toward a cycle of abundance, of achievement, of enjoying this time, of really looking at how can we continue to grow and progress as we move forward. So all in all, as an initial run out, these cards feel very affirming to me. It feels like Spirit is saying, great job, keep going, you're on the right track. Whatever it is that you chose in terms of the task that you would do this week to release those behaviors, those fear-based anxieties, those fear-based behaviors, or those anxiety-based behaviors, whatever you're doing to support that by perhaps removing yourself from people or circumstances or situations that trigger those behaviors or have historically triggered those behaviors in the past, Spirit is saying, yes, this is where we need to be. You're on the right track. Here's where you're headed. Fate, luck, however you perceive that, is turning in your favor. Opportunities are going to become open to you. Doors are going to open for you. And really, the world is yours. Whatever it is that you dream of, whatever it is that you want in your life or want to bring into your life, that is available to you. Stay on this path. So what I want to do now is sort of move things around a little bit so you can see sort of where we started, and then which would be each of these foundational messages from the previous week, and then what additional sort of insight Spirit has for you in terms of how you're doing so far in applying those messages. And then look to see what additional supports Spirit might want to send your way to help you keep this amazing momentum. So let's take a look at our Spirit Animals deck. and see what additional supports. This is so exciting. Like looking at this, it just feels like the best, most beautiful affirmation. One more shuffle here. Sometimes they just don't want to go. All right. I just on the bottom of the deck, I just saw the ant spirit, time to collaborate. So for those of you for whom asking for help or receiving support from others was a struggle from our weekly workshop last week, ant spirit, keep that in mind. That might be a message for some of you that might resonate. It's time to collaborate. So just further affirmation of last week's message. But let's take a look at what we have. Oh, that was fast. Okay, stag spirit, take the lead. So for me, this is saying you've got some great momentum going to finish out the week strong and really take advantage of applying those messages that Spirit gave us in our weekly workshop. You're going to want to take the lead. So if there are circumstances for you where you may have sort of been coasting or maybe have been allowing others to direct the circumstances, situation, project, if it's work-based, decision making, whatever that looks like, and in whatever area of your life that resonates for, Spirit is saying, great job. You're doing an amazing job. Your progress is noticed. It is exactly where you need to be. You are on the right track. As you complete this week, take the lead. Take the lead in whatever it is that you might be currently playing a supporting role in. Now it's your time to shine. You've got great momentum. You've got great energy. You're improving. Now it's time to take the lead and make those decisions. Drive your project. Drive the relationship circumstances. Drive your personal growth, your learning, whatever it is that you're working on this week, that this is all kind of sort of manifesting within. Take the lead on this and push it forward with the messages that you've received from Spirit, knowing that you are absolutely on the right track. Have that confidence. In addition to that, let's grab a Sacred Creator Oracle and see in terms of I like to think of this in terms of any kind of project-based, maybe career and finance situations that we're working on. I hear my garbage truck leaving the neighborhood, putting in the work. Let's see if there are any messages here. One more. Pardon me. Okay. You, the muse. So, in terms of our weekly check-in, I feel like if you're looking external to yourself for inspiration, or you have been, now's a good time to look inward. So while you're on the right track, you're taking the lead when you're looking for the inspiration for the next level, for how to progress from here, how to decide if you're at a crossroads in any point or area of your life, and you're wanting to take the lead. You should be the inspiration for that. You have within yourself, whether it's your skills and talents, whether it is your feelings and belief system, whatever that looks like, you need to be the muse for those next steps that you take forward to finish out this week. And let's grab an affirmation to keep in mind as we're taking our sort of final actions this week. So What affirmations can help us? Awesome. And this, it's gorgeous. Okay. The message here, the universe works fast when I'm having fun. So remember, as you're making your progress, as you're doing the work, which is already starting to pay off, which is already starting to reward you in terms of a positive mindset and great energy, Spirit says, yes, you are on the right track. Take the lead. Yourself, your feelings, your belief system, your talents, that is where you should draw from inspiration. And remember that the universe works fast when you're having fun. So the more joy that you can infuse into the actions as you close out this week, heading into this time of thanks, the more the universe can move quickly and bring those blessings towards you more rapidly, and all of the things that you're working toward can open those doors more quickly and make them more readily available to you. So it really says, keep going. You're doing great. You're on the right track. Opportunities are going to be coming in for you, heading your way. The entire world is really going to be your oyster, if you will. Achievement, completion, success, fulfillment, wholeness in not just one area of your life, but mind, body, spirit, career and finance, relationships, tangible, intangible. You're going to feel better. The world around you will feel better to you. And as you work toward these things, take the lead, draw from within for your inspiration, and have fun, because that is what is going to propel you even more quickly toward the life that it is that you want to co-create with Spirit. And because I always like to pull from my gratitude deck, but especially now because it's Christmas, or excuse me, what am I thinking? Thanksgiving for many of us. And whether or not you celebrate Thanksgiving, many of us will be spending time with our loved ones and reconnecting with family. And it's really a great time to look back on the year and understand how far we've come, be thankful for all of the blessings that we've had in what's been a pretty tough time. And the challenge really becomes, can you see the joy in all of the challenge and the struggle that you may have experienced? And so one more here. Let's see from a gratitude perspective where Spirit would like us to turn our focus. Okay, we have an affirmation card from our gratitude deck, and let me just thank you, Spirit. Okay, and this reads, there is no satisfaction that can compare with looking back across the years and finding you've grown in self-control, judgment, generosity, and unselfishness. And that's a quote from Ella Wheeler Wilcox. And so in this quote, Spirit's asking, make a mental map of your path through life, from infancy through to today, how far you have come. And so in keeping with that gratitude theme and really understanding the blessings, really think about your life in terms of how far you've come. I mean, really, in terms of a midweek update, think about how far you've come just since last week's weekly workshop. All of the recognition, Spirit recognizes that you are putting in the work. You are making a commitment to a positive mindset shift. And as long as you continue to be willing to be open to the messages from Spirit, to be open to receiving the blessings that are planned for you, you'll continue to grow and develop and achieve greater heights of personal success, spiritual success, financial success, whatever that looks like for you, whatever your goals are, this is the way. And so I just wanted to sort of close it out with saying, in terms of the reading itself, this is great. So go close out the week with all of the same momentum and energy that you came into the week with. I hope that you have an amazing rest of the week. And for those of you that's celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope that your time with your family is filled with joy and delicious food and connection and a really positive energy and loving, nurturing, supporting energy surrounds you. And we will talk to you with week three's weekly workshop. See you then. Thank you so much for joining us for the midweek check-in. I hope you leave our time together feeling energized, hopeful, and excited for the days and weeks to come. And that carries you through the rest of the week as you connect with your loved ones and give thanks for how far we all have come. As always, may the insights taken away become a catalyst for positive growth in support of your best and highest good. And if you'd like to join us next week, you can click the watermark in the bottom right corner of this video and click subscribe. Don't forget to turn on notifications.